Okay, welcome. I'm going to quickly run you through how to make this underwater diving apparatus. It's really good for if you're snorkeling but you want to stay underwater a bit longer. The larger one, which is pictured here, the 15-litre spray bottle that you can get from Bunnings or the local hardware store, and it'll make you get underwater for about 4 to 5 minutes. The smaller one, which is about a 5-litre spray bottle, exactly the same system, will let you allow underwater for maybe 2 to 2.5 minutes. You can see it's just a spray bottle. All I've done is the output that normally goes to the sprayer. I've cut that, put a joiner, a T, and a valve. The valve's a bleed valve to let any water out. Then the output comes up. I've fixed it to the handle there with cable ties so that it doesn't pull on all the joints. And then it goes down to a 13mm pipe, which will eventually end up at the regulator. There's the valve, is to the regulator. So there's about 4 or 5 meters there, and then there's a hookah regulator which you can buy off eBay for about $25 to $30. The smaller one, the 5-litre one, 2.5 minutes underwater. That's taking a breath and then holding it for about 20 seconds to 30 seconds before you take another breath. So what you'll need is you'll need a 13mm to 9mm coupling. The 9mm side goes on when you cut the black pipe that's already on the sprayer. You cut off the spray hose, heat it up in a cup of boiling water. That softens the rubber, and then you should be able to slide that adapter on and then use a pipe clamp to hold it on so it doesn't come off with the pressure and doesn't let water in. Then the other side of it, you want to get a bit of 13mm pipe, which you can get from Bunnings under the irrigation system. It's about $15. Heat that up as well. It makes it nice and soft. Slip that over the 13mm end of it, as far as you can go, and then put another hose clamp on that. Make sure it's watertight. Cut that off about 50mm down, and then add the T-piece. T-piece is about $2 from Bunnings. Again, I think you can get a Pope one or a cheaper version. And then add another 50mm part to the right angle side of that and hose clamp it. And then you want to get a one-way valve, again from the irrigation section in your hardware store. Attach that, same method. Normally you don't need to heat these lamps because it slips quite on nicely. Just make sure you have a pipe clamp, and then have about a 100mm pipe off that as well. And fix that to the sprayer somewhere. Here I've just used cable ties on where the handle was. I drilled a hole just so it's secure. A smaller one, I've just used where the handles were, the shoulder handles, and cable tied that on there. You can see the back view there, the 13mm adapter, T-piece, cable ties. And then I've started on the long bit to the regulator, which as I said is a regulator, a hookah regulator, which you can pick up from eBay for quite cheap. And that's just use the 13mm pipe, slipped it over, hose clamp on the adapter that's on the end of the regulator. So that's the whole thing. There's the 4 to 5 meters of hosing slipped onto the regulator, all the way back to the spray. It's quite easy to carry with the handles. This one's got the handle, the smaller one. Again, this will get you about 2 to 2.5 minutes underwater. I recommend not going under 4 meters. Let's give it a go. So that's how you operate it. You need to pump it. The larger one, 12-litre one, you need to pump it about 100 times. So because it floats, you can just do this in the water. Try not to let the pump end get in the water while you're pumping it, because you don't want to get any water inside there. I'll speed that up obviously. You'll feel it start to get harder to pump, and then it's ready to go. So you should be able to get quite a few good breaths out of this. There's still heaps of air in there. So if you get water in the system, you can just open the valve, hear it bleed out. Do that at the end too. Once you finish, make sure there's no pressure. You can still find even after that there's still some air in there. She's good to go. Have fun. Enjoy.